Did you know that Charlottesville, Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, has a military base? We do. It's called Rivanna Station, and it houses the National Ground Intelligence Center and Department of Defense, along with a lot of other military contractors in the area. So if you did not know that, you probably want to stick around, because we're also talking about the top employers and careers in Charlottesville, Virginia. So sticking on that, like I said, Department of Defense we have here in Charlottesville. We have Northrop Grumman and Emerson. They both are large companies that do a lot of military defense contracting. We also house a UNIFI and CACI International and more. To give you an idea, in 2020, we had over 215 contractors, so organizations that hired people in the area. So it's only been added on to. In 2020, they were awarded over $2 billion in contracts. So stay close. Charlottesville is actually home to several aerospace and defense employers, both military and tons of civilian jobs. Stay close. Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in and spending a hot minute with me and living in Charlottesville. My name is Pam, and I got to I was starting to think about while I'm working with the Living in Charlottesville channel. Well, a lot of people are concerned about, well, what do I do there, or what will I do there? What will my job be? Or maybe a spouse is PCSing here. So you find out your spouse is at Rivanna Station, but you don't know what you're going to do. So I came up with and decided we were going to talk about the top careers and employers jobs that are most commonly seen in our area. So we are moving right along. Did you know we have a huge tech sector? Yes, we do. Charlottesville is a hub for technology, for innovation, fueled by startups, tech companies, and research initiatives. Charlottesville is a hub for technology and innovation. We are fueled by startups, tech companies, and research initiatives. Places such as Willow Tree, Apex Clean Energy, showcasing opportunities in software development, engineering, science, and renewable energy. So technology and innovation. There you go. All right, what's up next? Well, this one should actually be no surprise whatsoever. The University of Virginia and the affiliated research centers is a huge draw for education and research. Opportunities abound with the University of Virginia. You have everything from academia to research, administration, support services, all within UVA and other educational institutes. We also, on the outskirts, as far as research, UVA also has the Fontaine Research Park, which is located on the outskirts of the university area, I guess is the best way to put it. And then the other thing we have is a huge, newer North Fork Research Park up here on 29 North. So that's actually shifted a lot of jobs that were research-based that were actually having to take up space at the actual physical university. They've actually moved them out and utilized more space, allowing for more research, better research, and more room down at the university. So there you go. education, UVA with education, academia, and research. And there's other academia too, obviously, all the school systems here, and tons of private schools. So those also. So it's a ripple effect as far as education positions. So I don't know that I've blown your mind, or if you knew any of this, maybe you did. Kudos, that's awesome. A lot of people hear about Charlottesville and think college town, but they don't actually understand or recognize a lot of the opportunities that abound as far as the tech and the research and the aerospace and military and support and all of that. So these are reasons why you want to be connected. You want somebody on your side. So if you have any questions, send me a text, send me an email, give me a call. My contact information is below. That's actually me. You can reach out. I actually do respond, and I'm happy to respond. My whole goal here is to make living in Charlottesville easy and accessible to everybody. I work with a lot of folks who are transferring here, PCSing here. Relocation is one of my specialties, and I know how hard that can be. So, on that note, let's move on. So what is next? Well, next, so again, and I need to stop saying so, by the way. The next one on the list is actually healthcare is huge. And not that healthcare is not big other places, but here you have to remember that you're going to be, you're going to have the notable employers such as UVA Health System, Centera Martha Jefferson, various medical practices, including a VA clinic up on Pantops. So you have all of those hands-on medical. But then if you really think about it, that's opportunities abound even with more ripple out. So opportunities for healthcare professionals, doctors, nurses, medical technicians, administrators, support staff, all of those feed in to a healthy healthcare environment for those of us living here. And actually, we get a ton of people because we just have really great healthcare. And I will give one example. A friend of mine, one of her very, very good friends' granddaughter had to actually have a heart transplant. They brought her to UVA because it's that big of a deal. So this poor child, fortunate in that she did receive a heart, but still the fact that the entire family sort of had to come back here for that care, and that it was available, and the care is outstanding and number one. Cancer patients, I've worked with a lot of the cancer community through my volunteerism with the Women's 4 Miler training program, and it's just unmatched. Healthcare here, so for opportunities for you as an employee, as a doctor, nurse, support, whatever it is, opportunities really do abound. Next up, well, this one's definitely not going to be a surprise, I'm sure, because I think a lot of people hear about this or think about this. Hospitality and tourism. Sort of no way to get around that. Everything from being the mother of presidents, Thomas Jefferson, the University of Virginia, Monticello, Ashland, just so much rich history abounds, thus giving way, and then even the natural beauty. You know, millions of people come here for leaf peeping every year because of the Blue Ridge Mountains, for fly fishing, for the whole gamut. We have a very healthy biking. We have very healthy hiking. Just a whole lot of things. So hospitality and tourism, very important to the economy, huge important to the economy, but also, you know, the Shenandoah National Park, the downtown mall, all drawing visitors from around the world. So taking care of those and having a hospitality position such as hotels, restaurants, tour companies. Oh, I can hook you up with some tour companies, and actually even with travel agent. Event planning. We have a huge event sector because a lot of the other places for weddings have just outpriced themselves. So you can spend $50,000, which is insane to me. You can spend $50,000 as a deposit for a hotel in, say, New York, or you can pay for a vineyard wedding here in Charlottesville. So again, it's across the board, hospitality and tourism. And the tourism brings in much needed money and much needed taxes and the additional fees, because the tourism industry does get charged things like meal taxes and such along that line. But as far as employment, you have a full range from Shenandoah National Park to Rotunda to Mickey Tavern. Just ate at Mickey Tavern yesterday, and it was phenomenal. And the lady working at the cash register was just chatting because she said, "Oh, girl, I retired from UVA a couple of years ago." She said, "But I just love it here because I just like talking to all the people visiting." So I thought that was so cute. But again, she doesn't have to. But again, there are plenty of tourism and hospitality positions to abound. So the next one is going to be small business and entrepreneurship. There is a thriving ecosystem, for lack of a better term, for small businesses and entrepreneurship in the Charlottesville, with a hugely supportive community and sources such as the Charlottesville Business Innovation Council, CBIC. And there's also the iLab at UVA. Some of the successful businesses and startups, you just have to throw a rock and you're going to hit some of them. There's everything from group tours to bustling businesses for anything you can imagine, whether it's personal training, whether it's tourism and leading tours, whether it's a vineyard. I mean, all of those are going to be entrepreneurship. And we are really lucky to also have won so many awards. So here's some of the awards we've won. So I'm going to read these off. Top 50 best cities for entrepreneurs. That came from Entrepreneur Magazine and livability.com. The Virginia Economic Developers Association Community Development Award was won by Charlottesville. The best small city for working women from nerdwallet.com. Best city for job growth. And the last one I have written down here is the best performing small market in the U.S. And that came from the Milken Institute. So again, lots of opportunities. If you can dream it, you can make it happen. And actually, here's another one for small businesses. One of my favorite restaurants. If you check out my pros and cons of living in Waynesboro, I'm actually eating lunch at a restaurant called Taste of Cuba. Again, this was this woman's dream to open up and have the taste of Cuba and of Southern Florida, and bring that to the people of Virginia. And she has successfully done it. And it's small, but it is so delicious. And it is always bustling over there. So again, lots of places for small business and entrepreneurship. Chef's kiss to all of those who are small business owners. Sometimes the government does not make it easy, but man, if you have the dream, you can make it real. So one industry that is sort of, I would say it's like almost a sleeper kind of thing, because when you hear about a lot of when you hear about this industry, and that is arts and culture. Arts and culture. Vibrant arts and cultural scene here in Charlottesville, driving employment growth such as museums, ton of museums, from small to large, galleries, plethora of galleries. I'm actually going to be going to see one of my friends who's an artist. She is exhibiting currently downtown. Theaters. So theaters, whether theaters as in plays, not theaters as in movie, but theaters from the university to 4 county players. So theaters, event management, huge. And a big one for our area is actually the music scene. I know I've talked to you before. You can check out some of my other videos about activities around, pros and cons of Charlottesville, a whole bunch of different things. The big music scene, and a lot of people don't recognize, we have a ton of national bands and management that is here, located here in Charlottesville. Organizations such as the Virginia Film Festival. These are even nonprofits or not-for-profits. All, Paramount Theater, the Kluge-Roo Aboriginal Art Collection, Red Light Management. You have arts administration, you have curation, production, marketing. Sometimes you have fundraising, grant writing. So all of that with arts and culture, you have a huge ripple effect going from the immediate to the outer skirts. So there you go. There are multiple jobs and careers here and around the Charlottesville area, in the not necessarily physically in Charlottesville, but remember that the Charlottesville metropolitan area. I don't know why I find that so funny, calling Charlottesville a metropolitan area, but I do. Favorable work-life balance, a high quality of life. Both of those make Charlottesville a very attractive place to work, play, and live. Check out some of my other videos on neighborhoods, pros and cons. I'm the first to admit, I am the very first to admit, we are not perfect here in Charlottesville. Totally give you that. I am not working for the Chamber of Commerce. When you watch some of my other videos, you'll see that as well, that I proclaim that. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be sincere. I'm going to tell you the truth. Overall, I have lived here, and I have moved away, and I've lived in a variety of areas in the state of Virginia. But Charlottesville is home, and I am proud of that. It has a diverse culture. It has a diverse job, career opportunities that are available for, whether it's industry, education, healthcare, technology, arts, aerodynamics, all the military stuff. Explore Charlottesville. You might be surprised at some of the options that you can find, whether you're coming here with you and your family, whether you're coming here because somebody is being transferred for one of these careers or positions, whether you're PCSing here, any of those reasons. Check out some of my other videos. Shoot me a text, shoot me an email, give me a call. I do actually respond to everything, and I would love to chat with you about how we can make and help you with living in Charlottesville. So thanks for spending time with me. I would love to connect with you if I can help you with anything. Send me an email, shoot me a text, give me a call. I do respond to everything. And honestly, if you would please drop me a note, let me know what I can do, what videos I can do to help you. Many of my videos come from viewer feedback. Things such as, obviously, the employment, retirement, living, other outlying areas such as Nelson. All of those have come through viewer requests, and I want to know that. But if you've gotten anything great out of today, I would absolutely love if you would give me a thumbs up so I know somebody's watching. And I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Living in Charlottesville.